And just like that, welcome back, everybody. Thursday, August 29th, couple days from September. Hey, we're getting there, aren't we? Before you know it, the month of August disappeared, didn't it? Man, that stuff happens fast in the crypto world. It was a bit rocky, wasn't it? Wasn't exactly the month everyone hoped for, I'm sure. Everyone always wants up. We didn't really get that. Kind of sucked, but that's okay. We're still here now. All right. So, since we're all here, let's hit the charts. Thumbnail was talking about the Bulls versus the Bears. Let's talk about it. Crypto After Dark. If you've never been here before, please do me a solid. Go hit like. It costs nothing. While you're there, subscribe. It costs nothing. And don't forget to hit your notification bell so you don't miss anything that we do. I get the excuse a lot. Well, I didn't see it. Well, I didn't hear the note. I didn't know what. That's what my kid says. Can't have you saying the same thing. So I've got a couple Bud Heavies fired up over here. I'm going to relax and have a couple beers tonight, and we'll just talk some charts. That sound good to everybody? I think it sounds pretty good to everybody. Let's pop out the chat for everyone else here. And then we'll have a good talk with everyone. Let me size it up just right. Kind of like that. And I'll come down here and grab the bottom for you. Like that. Perfect. So we'll talk about that chat in a couple minutes. I'd like to give everyone a chance to come in first and get ready because for whatever reason, most people are always hella late for everything. So I've got Bitcoin dominance still pulled up here. We've talked about this multiple times. Ended out last week really, really, really strong. I want to say we are still, though, butting our head on this big 618 Fibonacci line here. It refuses to budge. Every time it looks like it's going to push through, slap, pow, right in the face, and you get rejected back down to reality. And kind of frozen in time a bit. Unfortunately, that's kind of the way it goes sometimes, okay? I can't change anything. All I got to do is work with it. Now, on the plus side of that, this red line right here, we are threatening to continue holding it and breaking it and moving up farther. And if we do move up farther, this would be the next level I would look for. 60% dominance for Bitcoin. It has long been theorized by myself and many, many, many other people that Bitcoin goes first, and it still hasn't really went yet. All right, so we saw this last cycle. Same thing kind of happened right here, okay? I'll pull it up so you can see it. Last cycle went a little farther, right? Now we can throw in the fact that we had the pandemic happen right here about this time, and we had a world-changing amount of money printed all at the same time. You could chalk that up to what happened there. Not the point. The point is this looks very similar to what happened last time. And as long as this continues to play out, I must continue to watch it. This thing is respecting this fib line perfectly. And again, this is Bitcoin dominance. If you don't know what Bitcoin dominance is, it's the grip that Bitcoin has on the market versus everything else. 57.38% of all crypto money is in only Bitcoin. Plus, if you throw in Ethereum, that's an extra 15% on the top of that. You're looking at 72 to 73% in just two cryptos, right? That's not considering all the other ones with billions of dollars in them, like Solana, Binance Coin, Link, Chainlink, Cardano, XRP, all the other ones, right? Not even count them, just those two, 72 to 73%. All right, we have to know that and have to own that. So while I would love for everyone's altcoins to go flying up, it's not necessarily realistic, okay? I know that's hard for people to swallow sometimes, but it is what it is, all right? So I'm a little pushed on this. Every time it tries to make a high, it starts making lower highs. See this high and a lower high? It hasn't quite gotten there yet, but the other thing is this is a lower high, a higher high, a lower high, a higher high, a lower high. Is it going to make another one over here? Or is it going to taper off now and maybe work its way down here into this pit, right? This pit of trend lines here. I don't really know for sure. What I do know is right now, she still looks good and strong. Would love to say otherwise, but I can't. Let's say hey to some folks. What's up, Ron Poteet? He was first. Good to see you, my guy. Jeremy D, what's up, dude? Mago, good to see you. Ryan Coburn, what's up? Fabio, what's up, my guy? Let's crack open a beer too, by the way. I like to relax sometimes, just have a beer and think about things. My team might be losing, but I don't care. I'm a Tar Heel for life. You can fight me. And you see the Panther stuff up behind me too. You can fight me about that too. I don't care. I'll pull for it no matter how bad we are. XRP Bullshite. Good to see you, bro. Phonetic Duck. What's up, my guy? What's up, Jeremy Cousin? Jill Sandwich. What's up, Glad? Good to see you. 5 a.m. Let's go, dude. Glad you're here. You are so far ahead of other women. You have no idea. Who's that? What's up? Good to see you. Peter Navarro. Brian W. Colo Colo. What's up, Cheese? Crypto Elephant. What's good to see you? Oi Text says, that's how we talk here. Disclosure Kids. Could I look at Gari? Well, we try not to look at many other coins aside from the big dogs on live streams anymore. We haven't done chart requests in a long time. We do those on Tuesday afternoons over in our Discord, wap.com/786. You don't even have to pay if you don't want. You can just be in the general chat. If you just come to the general chat, you can still see the Tuesday live streams and request all you want. We'll do it if we have time. What's up, Jason Seta? Good to see you. Mago says, gonna follow you in the Iron Maiden beer. Good stuff. Oh, okay. Iron Maiden. I hear you, bro. What's up, Shamus? Good to see you. Sheamus. Other Rob, what's up? Good to see you. Brandful, I'm just here to like it. I'll watch the replay in the morning. Fight on, brother. I appreciate it. Distinctive Shine. Good to see you. I got a little nostralization going here. It sounds like my nose is starting to bother me again. What do you know? So let's progress right on over into our other ones that we're looking at. We showed you Bitcoin dominance. How about Ethereum dominance? I mentioned it, right? I mentioned it. Well, what had happened was, so Ethereum, not in good a shape as Bitcoin, huh? Now you're starting to see what we mean by Bitcoin is still the king. This is Ethereum dominance, AKA the amount of grip that Ethereum has over the market. Now, as you see, it's 15%, but it was as high as 22% in 2022. It was as high as 21% in May of this year, and it's done nothing but taper off since then. Now, it is my belief that Bitcoin and Ethereum will both turn up here in the near future. So, it's not the end of the world, but what I do see is she's down here where the previous low was and has swept it yet again. Has not failed it, but is threatening to fail it. All right. Same thing happened back here, 2017, similar look. So I don't think this is the end of the world here. I do think it's retraced really hard. Weekly is heading toward oversold. MACD looks horrible. So one could argue that this thing needs a bit more time to get its mind right. Looking back at last cycle, right here's where Ethereum dominance really took off, which was at the end of the year. Really at the end of the year was when Ethereum really got its grip and got its stuff together. The other thing to note is, look back here at the beginning of 2020 when halving started, and look at the line that Ethereum kind of made up here, right? See that? It kind of took off and made a really good uptrend. Whereas inverse of that, now look, we're in a downtrend and it still hasn't broken. So this weakness is concerning to me, but I don't think it's the end of the world. We'll see if it can turn the corner here and work back up toward this trend line. And if it can turn the corner and work back up to that trend line, well, then we can look and see if we get a breakout and good stuff happens. But one step at a time. As y'all know, a ton of altcoins will follow in the trails of Ethereum. It's nowhere near doing that yet, okay? As you see, I'd like it to be different, but it ain't. Let's go to the charts now. Instead of just looking at dominance, let's go have a look at the actual charts. All right, so I've got some waypoints drawn here just to have them on the chart, just some basic timeline drawings. Green is halving as always, but less important than that is what I'm talking about at the moment. After we had that very bullish hammer candle form at the bottom here, yet again, we have bearish engulfing pushing us back down on price. And if you don't know what bearish engulfing is, well, that's bearish engulfing. When you have a candle cover up the bullish engulfing candle that it just threw with a big solid candle on the backside. I'm going to sneeze. Shoo, goodness. The sneezes, man. It's gotten worse as I've gotten older. Let's have a drink to that. Cheers to getting older. 41 now. Damn. Never thought I'd make it to 41. That's crazy. So anyway, bearish engulfing. Again, this sets us back. Not the end of the world, because we need to see now another bullish engulfing come up behind that. So another green candle to what this one did, much like it's done before. And we'll see what happens. This is what I'm hoping happens over here. All right, I'm hoping we get that same break. We get another bullish engulfing, and we pop back up and attempt to attack the high up here again, which it has yet to break again, down to the daily. So some things to report here. Let's pull up the moving averages first. It's under every single moving average. Still no bueno. Under the 821. Still under the 50, no good. Still under the 100, 200, no good. All these moving averages need to be under the price, not over the price. Until that flips and stays there, well, we're more bearish than bullish. It tried back here, didn't it? This is where we were last live stream. It tried, didn't hold up. Actually, we were Wednesday, Thursday. We were back here last live stream. So after the live stream, straight after that, we hopped back over the moving averages, which was great. It didn't hold the water, though. All right, kind of floundered a little bit and rolled over and quit. Not the end of the world. But still, we're stuck waiting. Before I go too far, let me show you this. Put the moving averages back up there. Here is a weekly 100, 200 moving average cross that will be happening in 3 days. All right, cool. Not to mention also over the next 2 or 3 days here, we have a brand new monthly candle, a brand new weekly candle, and a brand new daily candle all on the same day, which is Sunday, which is a triple witching. That's fancy word for an important time. So it's important to be watching what's happening right now. As long as this thing continues to hold the line, and by hold the line, I mean hanging on to support and not failing, it's okay. It sucks, but it's okay. All right, back to daily. I take these moving averages off and I put the Ichimoku cloud up here, which Ichimoku cloud is kind of a slow lagging indicator. And I like to use it for confirmation to see, hey, are we finally ready to go here or nah? And guess what, folks? It's or nah. I got a red cloud on the end. That's no bueno. I have the price under the cloud. That's no bueno. I have the lag line back here. Over the candles, that's not bad. Okay, that's one check mark. And unfortunately, the conversion line is still over the baseline. So I have 2 out of 2. So I've got 2 good, 2 bad. I said unfortunately, it's actually fortunately. This blue line is over the red line. That's good. So I got 2 reds and 2 greens, which ain't good enough. What I need to see is I need to see Bitcoin get back over the cloud and sit on this little void right here. And why do I say that? Well, this is the part where the monologue comes in. After the stream, last week, Jerome Powell got on the TV and said that it's time to change fiscal policy. It's time to pivot. We're going to look into changing things. Our monetary policy is where we want to be. We like the labor market right now and blah, 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 blah. Essentially, this is very, very opposite of what he said for quite a long time. We need to see more evidence. We need to see more proof. We need to see more evidence. All of a sudden, they've seen enough. So it's highly likely that they cut rates in a couple weeks on September 18th. That's the next FOMC meeting, dead in the middle of the next month we have coming up. All right. It was 3 weeks from yesterday. So now it's 2 weeks and some days. All right. That's how much time the charts have here to kind of figure out what they want to do. Because when they cut rates, that's not bearish, folks. That's bullish. That's incentive for people to spend money and spur the economy. All right. Yes, that will affect inflation even more, in case you didn't know. But Money gets spent when rates get cut, and especially on risk assets. All right. These are risk assets that we're looking at now. It's highly likely that we see charts go up in the next 6 to 8 months based on the fact that they're going to cut rates. How much is the question? Will it be 25 basis points, which is what I think it'll be? Will it be 50, which would be a hefty cut? JP Morgan and several other banks say that they need to have at least a 1% cut by the end of the year, which means at least half a point in September and a half a point in December. That's going to be crazy. They're not going to do it in November. There's an election happening. All right. Lastly, I said this multiple times, but the former president's sentencing date is the 18th of September, which is the same date as the FOMC meeting. Whatever's going to happen is going to be volatile, okay? I want everyone to be prepared for it and be ready for the wonkiness that are charts. So don't get left behind wondering what's going to happen. Be ready, all right? Be ready. Yeah, I can definitely tell my nose is bothering me. It's starting to run. Jay Gross, no charting will be complete without you doing Casper. We'll try. I'm not sure I can get to all those. Panda, what's up? Good to see you. I caught one of your live streams randomly about 3 months ago, and now you're the only stream I look forward to. Bro, Jordan and Renee, good to see you, brother, and thank you for being here. Say what's up to Renee for me, too, unless Renee's watching and Jordan didn't watch. Good to see you no matter what. I love seeing people come on here and chat it up. I need more people to watch, not because I want you to listen to me, but because I want you to learn how to chart on your own. I want you to learn how to do this stuff on your own. When you do, everything changes. All right. Here's the big thing. Bollinger Bands. All of the Bollinger Bands are starting to squeeze in tightly. What does that mean? All right. Quick little TA lesson for everyone. In case you don't remember, well, I guess in case nobody remembers, this whole YouTube channel started to teach people TA. All right. So here's a little quick 3-minute TA lesson for you on Bollinger Bands. Bollinger Bands were created by a guy named John Bollinger. They work awesome. You can use them many different ways. I'm not going to go super fancy with it because I just use this as a confluence indicator, meaning it helps me build up an opinion based on facts and data and not based on my feelings. I never ever want to base my opinion on my feelings. It's always based on data. All right. This data that the Bollinger Bands are showing me right now is I'm under the midline. I would like to be above the midline. That's the 20 moving average or the 21 moving. I think it's 20 moving average. Doesn't matter. It's under it. All right. I want to be over that. Second thing that it shows me, when these Bollinger Bands get tight and start to squeeze in like they did right here, we have a volatile move incoming. Volatile in either direction. I can use other indicators to tell me that direction more accurately, more so. I'm just seeing these Bollinger Bands squeeze in here and knowing that the pressure is building, something's going to happen, and folks, pressure bursts pipes. I just showed you the Ichimoku cloud that we could get over that, and we're 2 out of 2. We could flip that. It wouldn't take a ton to flip it. I just showed you a bunch of moving averages. We were underneath all of them. We did flip it last Friday. Could we do that again going into the end of the month? Possible. I like a more bullish September than bearish September based on the market conditions and where the charts are. We'll see what happens, okay? I want you to use these Bollinger Bands to your advantage. When they're very wide, you tend to get more sideways. When they're very, very tight, you tend to see an explosive, volatile move coming in. And that's exactly what you're seeing here. Very narrow bands. As you see, they were very wide back here. And what happened? This thing drove dead sideways, and the Bollinger Bands started to squeeze back in. It's pretty typical, okay? I like them for the weekly and the daily. When you see Bollinger Bands very tight on the weekly, oh, that's going to be a good, solid move. When you see them on the daily, you may or may not get a ton of volatility, but you will get some move for sure. I love the Bollinger Bands. They help out a lot, and they're free. They're just a regular stock indicator. Just type in Bollinger in the indicator section here, and you'll see it. Bollinger Bands are simple, folks. Pay attention. I recorded that for everyone so I can post it up later, all right? It's really not that complicated. Again, there's many other ways to use the Bollinger Bands. You can just do like over the midline, ride it up, and then when you see it not get above the cloud, as you see it got stuck under, that's typically a sign to be careful with your long. And then would close along as it crosses the midline. When it's underneath the Bollinger Bands like that and it breaks out, that's typically a very aggressive move. So we want to see Bollinger Bands get tight right here. Charts come up and get above the Bollinger Bands and get very aggressive. That would be the best case Ontario. Obviously, it hasn't happened yet. How about Ethereum? How does the Bollinger Bands look on Ethereum? Even tighter. See that? Even tighter. Things are boiling, aren't they? How about we just don't look at Bitcoin and Ethereum and we look at total market cap? Total market cap, Bollinger Bands are tight. Total market cap 2, everything but Bitcoin, Bollinger Bands are tight. Total market cap 3, everything but Bitcoin and Ethereum, also tight, driving sideways. Everything is boiling here. Everything has Bollinger Bands squeezing in. We're about to have something happen over the next week or two here. Pay attention. As a matter of fact, it may be a little sooner than that, but I'm thinking the next week or two. To set the move up that happens when the government starts tinkering with the economy. People all the time say, well, you don't do news, Keith. Well, I've often said before, news matters after the chart moves. All right, just don't use the news first. All right, use it after the chart. I can't control when the government tinkers with the economy. That's one of the few things we have no control over. The thing is, the market usually dictates what's going to happen before that and after that. All right, so we don't have to worry about it. We just have to see the charts and be ready for it. Again, why the news matters way less to me than it matters to most people. I want to track through a couple things here. Yeah, most things are just kind of bouncing around, jogging left to right, right to left, not necessarily doing anything good or bad. I'm a little leery of Bitcoin falling here, but again, it's still holding this big red fib line that you see right here, and it refuses to let it go. It keeps coming back and hanging out and just doesn't want to let its grip loose of support. Again, I would like it to get moving already, because the longer this takes, the more it sucks for everybody. I'd like to see some proper go here. Nothing we can do to make it happen. Again, we're not in control of any of this. In my opinion, sentiment has never been higher for crypto. Why is it going sideways or down? This eliminates those thoughts about, oh, well, it's the people. Bro, the sentiment has never been higher and we're going down and sideways. Well, then the next excuse is, yeah, but it's the ETFs. Well, shouldn't that be bullish as well? Shouldn't that be hella bullish? New money's coming in? Well, again, that defeats that argument. So we have to go find another reason. That's what we call coping. I don't want to cope. I don't want to have to cope. That's stupid. We can do better. We can do without that. That's all super speculative, and I don't really like the speculation. All right. Fabio, Bollinger Bands, freaking game change. Good, dude. I got a little bit of latency coming from YouTube here, too. Sorry. So what's up, Josh Udall? Good to see you, bro. Electric mother freaking Ken. Good to see you, dude. Disclosure kids. Like I said, I don't do a ton of requests here anymore. It turned into Keith will tell me what to do and what to buy and what to sell, and I hate that. All right. I don't like telling anyone what to buy and sell. It's very, very frustrating. But we'll get to those in a moment. Let me look first at everyone's favorite Ripple coin, XRP. So here we are again, folks, XRP. I don't know how many times I've tried to tell you that this was what was going to happen, but here we are. If you've been following along, you saw me chart this out exactly how it's playing out now. How did I know that? How did I know what was going to happen before it happened? Again, y'all hold on. I'm getting a warning from friggin' YouTube that the internet isn't strong enough, and I have top tier internet here. So it says good connection now, but for a moment there it was float. Here it goes again. It's dropping down gigabytes per second. It's weird. Anyway, doesn't matter. I got it recording. So how did I know this was going to happen without all that other crap, all that other noise, all that other things? Oh, Keith, you know, this, that, and the other. Have you seen this tweet? Have you seen that tweet? I don't care. None of it matters to me, not even a little bit. What's happened, as you see, is it's continued to do exactly what I thought it would do. In fact, it's so good and so clean and so clear that it couldn't be better. So I'm going to sit here and hang out and watch it for a minute because it's doing exactly what I thought. I'm trying to watch the stream bit rate. It's going crazy. We got 90 people on now, 76. It's going crazy. YouTube's going wild, dude. I don't know what's up. So let's throw a couple indicators in here. Moving averages. Unfortunately here, we're still stuck under a lot of moving averages. We're over the 200 and the 100. Very good. Oh my God, it's telling me the bit rate's bad again. And I didn't do it. Why would the bit rate be bad? I didn't do anything. It's crazy, dude. I know it's lagging, I'm sorry. It's nothing to do with me. I have excellent internet here. So anyway, we need to get back over this 50-day moving average, that yellow line that's hiding back there in the back. All right, I'm going to flip to a different chart that doesn't have this on there so we can see it a little bit more clearly. There we go. It's pretty much the same thing, and as you see, we're still stuck under resistance as far as that big, bad trend line goes, all right? As long as that trend line keeps punching everybody in the head, we're not going anywhere. That has to break, and it hasn't yet, right? As far as other indicators go, Ichimoku Cloud, all right, you're still 4 out of 4, believe it or not here, so that's not bad. She's hanging in there, just taking a while. If I flip it to weekly, again, you can see we're getting pounded by this trend line right here. It just won't give up. It's not in a bad spot, though, for real. I mean, it can just get back over this trend line, which I think it will eventually. Everything will be good to go. And I'll take it back to this one now so you can see how I've got this drawn out and how I think it plays out. I mean, it may not be perfect to this, but how I think it plays out. I think we're either going to get this big jump up here and roll back, or we don't get that big of a jump up here. We just get stuck at 75 and it peels out and comes back down here, bounces for a little bit, and then takes off. That go time box right there is the box to watch for. Once we make our first move up, that is not the big move. That is just the first move. That's the little creeper, okay? That sets up the bigger move that comes later and breaks out. Got that? I know you don't want to hear that, and I know you think I'm wrong, and I know you think I'm cocky for saying that I know what's going to happen, but it's not me. It's the chart, all right? This is what happens when you have no bias. I don't care whether it goes up or down. I'm just charting it. I have no skin in the game right now. I don't own any. I plan on buying some later, but not right now. Not right now. I got other stuff to buy for the time being. So there's your update. Not bad for the moment. We'll see what happens, and I expect it to follow Bitcoin here. Now let's see if the dang frame rate fixes itself, dude. Crazy wicked lag right there, dude. I don't know what's going on, bro. It showed we had a crazy amount of people watching at one time too, which was interesting, and then it fell back down. Jay Sosa, bro. Let's go, dude. Drink on you. Thank you, sir. Oh my God. It went all the way down to 0 gigabytes per second. What the heck? Let me close some stuff. Maybe that's it. Now it's up to 8,000. Dude, it's going wild over here on me. Y'all can't see it, but I'm watching it. YouTube is straight tripping. It's part of the reason I don't want to do YouTube anymore, dude. I'm going to switch off and do something else. No one really watches anyway. Like, there's 36 y'all on here. Right? We used to have 100 or 200 sometimes. Man, we get 35 or 40 people at the max. Sucks, dude. I'm preaching to a very, very small crowd. You know what I'm saying? A lot of other channels get way more than this. And I know that's part of the game, but man, whatever. It's just frustrating. Why don't my Bollinger Bands have a midline? Do I have the old version? You can just click the settings and change it around, and you'll see that you can get them. You just got to go through the settings a little bit right there. And man, this is crazy. The gigabytes per second makes no sense at all. Not hesitated or missed a beat on me in forever. I'll drop that back out. I don't know, dude. It's wild. All right. Now, let's see if it's working again. Restarted everything. We'll see if it unfreezes and takes off working. Now it's like 7,000 gigabytes per second. I changed nothing. Anyway, I got Gari pulled up for you here. This one looks like death. It's well below the recent low. And for what it's worth, in the current crypto climate, when you're making new all-time lows, that's nothing I want to be in or bother with. This looks absolutely terrible. Can it improve? Yes. But it does not look like it's going to do it yet. This looks horrible. So definitely nothing over here for me to want to buy or mess with. Caspa was asked by Jay Gross. So let's pull that up real quick. Caspa. So we broke trend, but it just kind of went sideways like Bitcoin here. That's my actual buy line. I still have some. I don't have a whole lot. As long as it continues to sit on support, it's fine. It will break out eventually. I kind of lumped this one in with Binance Coin because they're pretty similar to me now as they've grown and matured a little bit. It's gotten a little better, but one step at a time. Zcash looks better, but it's still terrible, dude. Yeah, Peter, I did reboot. I don't know what's going on, dude. He said, how is Keith staying so still? That's pretty good, dude. That's pretty good. By the way, thank you, Jay Sosa, for the $20, bro. That's awesome. Thank you. How are you feeling about Velo? Pretty strong compared to most others. So it's still way, 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 way behind on the chart. Even though it's been strong short term, it's still so far behind. It's just playing catch up still. And still banging its head on this 50 fib right here and does not want to give up. I've already sold this and moved on to something else. I'll wait for Bitcoin and Ethereum to make their move and then consider getting back in this. This looks like it's going to top out right here to me and slow down some, perhaps come back to the 382 fib or more. But that would be the first relative area that I think it comes back down to, that 0.012 area. Then we'll reassess from there. It's been better than most, I would agree. One step at a time. Now, other Velodrome, I've been steady adding to this position because I'd say this to me looks like a breakout and a back test. This looks like it's going to boil and go straight back up. And if that's the case, I'm here for it because the market cap is pretty low on this one. Bollinger Bands are wide, but look how narrow they got back here. And they're starting to track sideways and are going to squeeze back in again. This is going to get volatile again and it's going to pop and go off again. I've added to my position and I got it ready to rock and it's available on Coinbase. So ETH versus Bitcoin. This is rough looking now. Not gonna lie. But it's sitting on the trend line. We can zoom out a bit here. Yeah, she's still sitting on the trend line thinking about it. See that? Thinking about it right there. Hasn't broken yet. Still boiling. Big, huge triangle. Moving averages. Oh, yeah. It's death on the moving averages. We got a tits cross happening up here, so we should get some action back, which is why I moved $5,000 from Bitcoin to Ethereum because I thought, hey, this thing's sitting on this trend line here. It's likely to at least pull back with that tits move that we saw. But yet, nothing has happened. Super frustrating. Nothing I can do about it. Nothing I can do about it. All the other indicators are terrible. I need to see some rebound here. If I go to daily, it's a bunch of the same. All down. Doesn't look great. But I know Ethereum is not just another altcoin. So that's why I made the shift. I do like the fact that it's kind of making a bit of a double bottom here. But I still have nothing to write home about. I do have some bullish divergence. That's building strength on the RSI and still falling on the chart. See that? That's a rising strength but a falling price. This is bullish divergence. This should break and run opposite of Bitcoin here in the future. How far? Well, that's a different question. We'll see. Man, it's killing me and taking forever, and I wish it would go faster, but there's nothing I can do about it. We're going to go into meme coins now. Lord of mercy. This is why I don't like doing it. So yeah. Absolutely printing money like crazy. But fell off a good bit here at the top. How far? So it's down about 65% from its high, but it's still way up. All meme coins are an extreme risk Please remember that before you dabble. You will likely lose your money. Before anyone brings up communities or anything else like that, stop it. You have no idea what you're talking about. That's subjective feelings, not objective fact. Be very careful before you lure yourself into what you're getting into. Many people last time fell for the trap of, oh, it's all about the crew. It's all about the team. It's all about finding the new launch. And bro, it backfired in everybody's face so hard. I don't want to see that happen to y'all. I want you to be prepared and be ready. Now, as far as buy-wise here, if you got no buy signal, other than the fact that it's tracking toward the trend line, it's actually fell in the 200 moving average right here, which is es no bueno. Needs to rapidly recover from that. So once I rebooted, it's going much faster now. Sucks because we had like 100 people on here at one point, and then it started crashing out, dude. Whatever. Yeah, so be careful and think about it. I'll tell you what we'll do. One more, Zcash, because he asked. We were talking about, me and Jesse Echo were talking about this. You know, honestly, is it ZCH? Man, Zcash. ZEC. I haven't done this one in a while, sorry. Took me a second. All right. So look how far down this heifer is. All right. Cycle low. Went down and swept the all-time low for Zcash here. Played around with it. Didn't break it. Tinkered it. And now she's cracked back north. And I'm happy to see it. Problem here. Pretty aggressive rollback on the weekly. And the daily did exactly the same thing. Now it's failed the 50 moving average here. See that? Fell in the yellow line, fell in the 50. I need to see that improve rapidly. Under the 821 as well. Not great. It looks like it's tracking back toward the 100 moving average. It may be worth a gamble right there, bouncing that 100 moving average. Again, be careful. Let's see. Yeah, ZC. My fault. I don't know what I was blanking on that one for. We did Zcash a long time ago. I bought and sold it many, many times a long time ago. Other than that, most altcoins look like crap right now. And if you're dabbling in the altcoin world, be very careful. It is not altcoin season. Don't be fooled by Twitter or X or Reddit or whatever you want to call whatever. Don't be silly. You will get bit. All right. I don't want you to fall through the trap. So many people fall for it. We got to be better than that this time around. All right. Don't let stupid people rule your decisions. Most people are degenerates with their money. And you need to realize right now that that will not hold up. It's fun to be a degen. Oh, yay. Yeah. And then snap your finger. It's gone. And everything you worked for, poof, evaporates. I don't want to see that happen to you. I want to see you do better than that. Okay. So, like I mentioned, we wouldn't keep these live streams for an hour if we didn't have an audience worth talking to. And we only have 47 people on here. If we had more than 65 or 70, I was going to keep it an hour. But we don't. We have less than that. So we'll do around 45 minutes a night, right? It's 11:41. It's not quite 11:45. Please, everyone, be mindful that we have the end of the month coming up. I mentioned it earlier, triple witch, and we have the end of the month, the end of the week, and the end of the day on Sunday, all at the same time. That's a triple witching. The only thing bigger than that's a quad witching, which we will have next month in September when the quarter ends. All right. So please be mindful of what you're doing. Volatility is going to pick up. I promise you it's going to get real snappy again, one way or the other. I think up, but I'm not in control of that. Okay. I want everyone to make as much money as you can. And not only that, I want you to save as much money as you can. All right. If you would, please check us out. wap.com/team786. Right now it's $8 for anybody who hasn't been here before. That offer winds out in 4 days. So you better get a hold of it while you can. The next live stream, that offer will not be available again. So if you're not a member, now's your chance. All right. Thank y'all for watching. I'll leave y'all with this. Please remember, please, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me. Thank you. And I appreciate that. All right. Lastly, Crypto Andrew. Like I said, I don't take a whole bunch of requests on here anymore. Like I said, that Zcash will be the last one. We don't do that on the Thursday streams anymore. We do that on the Tuesday streams. The Tuesday streams are also free, but they're in the Discord, not on YouTube. Why? Because even less people watched on Tuesday. We were getting 25 or 30 people. Like, come on. So what's the point in having a big request thing if no one comes? So we're doing it in the Discord now. It's more fun there. You could have been anywhere in the world. You chose to be here with me. I appreciate that. Thank y'all. Make the best of your todays the worst of your tomorrows, okay? I want you to have a new day and a better day every day. And last but not least, listen, no one else told you today. Keith will tell you. Keith loves you, all right? Keep your head up. You're going to make a lot of money real soon. Thank y'all. See y'all on the next live stream. Y'all be good. Sky's the limit. Peace.